Hello. Yes, good afternoon, everybody. So we're going to be looking at 5-minute strategy. I think we've talked about this some times back, but we didn't expand much on it. Today, I want us to build on that one. I want us, first of all, to get how to get precise entries, and then how to identify stop losses, then how to get out of winning trades, because that's another big problem where somebody knows exactly when they're supposed to enter trades, or they find it easy to enter trades, but they don't know exactly when to exit that trade, especially when they're in a winning trade. So that's the main aim of this webinar. I want us to look at strictly how you can get out of such trades quickly in profit, and how you can stop out of a losing trade, and also how you can enter those trades even with more precision. So the first indicator I do use indicators, and I have to explain something before we start anything. So you can see on my screen I have this indicator here. This is the zigzag indicator. On it, I'm using the default settings you can use, or you can use 52, and the middle one, deviation, is 21, and then step is 52. So it's like 252 for depth is 52, deviation is 52, and then back step is 52. So when you do that, you'll have something like this on a screen. So you can see that now we have few number of joints. These highs, they are fewer compared to previously. They are way fewer. They are not as many as they were before, but it looks very, very good as it is now. So what I'm saying here is the joint you're seeing here that forms an inverted V, that is known as a high. This is known as a high, and this is also known as high. Then the normal V, the joint is a V, is a low. This is a low, this is a low, this is a low, and this is a high, this is a low, this is a low, this is a low. So there are two approaches. The first way you identify a sell is if the highs, the lows are getting higher, then suddenly there is a break below the line which I'm just going to draw. Something like this. We have a high, we have this, so this is a low, this is a low, then you have something like this. You have a low getting higher, then there is a break below the trend line joining these two lows. So when this happens immediately, this is usually the correct time to look for a sell. That is usually the ideal time where you now say, okay, we are now going to dive into a sell. So we do have a very good support as it is now. We had a support here. There was this breakout. This is the best time to look for a sell. So immediately this breaks out, you are taking this as a support which has just been broken. And what it means is the price is likely going to continue to move down. And that movement usually has to hit the first one, the first low, immediately from the breakout. So what would happen is this: after this low, there is a break below, the price continues down, and we have this. You expect that the price has gone down and it has touched this point here. So can you see what has happened? Perfectly, if you took a sell there, the price actually went as low as touching this line. It even took out the second one. This is normal. This is what happened. It has to hit these two lines. 90% of the time you'll find that after the breakout, the price has gone and touched the first one, it has gone again and touched the next one, and after that the price continued that direction. So we'll get So as I was saying, we are having a very good support. We're having a support. There is a breakout. The price has gone below it. We've taken a sell successfully. We have our first take profit here. The next take profit is here. And now comes the question of where should the stop loss be at? Now, as I was saying, that is the good news about this indicator, because it gives you the ability to know exactly where your stop loss should be at and where your take profit should be at. So if it is a converging formation like this one, so you'll take this as a high getting lower, and when the price breaks below that level, your stop loss is fixed at the high of this peak here. So we have a sell successfully. We have our stop loss above this high. Our first take profit is this one. The next take profit is this one here. So we'll still get another example. We'll look at another example in a moment. So this is not a very good one, because if you draw your line to touch these two lines, it actually passes inside, and therefore it ends up being the same line as this one. So this is not a very good one. This may look like a good one. So you can see here, it looks like a good one, not entirely a very good one, but a first take profit was hit nonetheless. The first take profit, usually it's almost guaranteed that the price will attempt to continue at least up to that level. So in this case here, we could have taken a sell here. Could have taken a sell there. Our sellers, we expect them to push price downwards at least up to the level which was hit, which is this level here. This is also not a very good example here. This is not a very good example, because you can see we had a lows getting higher. That's the only good part. But for some reasons, the low, this one here, it has no pressure upwards, so it compelled the price to move downwards without anything. That's not a good one. This looks like a good one, because we had a low, a higher low, then there is a break. So this right here was a sell. That was a very good sell. You could have taken a sell there and had a take profit here, the first one. You can see the price indeed went up to it. Then the next one is this one. So as I said, it is almost guaranteed that the price will attempt to move up to the first one. In this case, it has done that, it has moved, but it has not hit the second level, which is this one here. This is not a good one. If you take that low join to the other, it's not a very good one. This is a perfect one. So we have a support. There is a break below. The price continued downwards. So if you took a sell here, your stop loss should be at the high of this candle. The first take profit is this one. The next one is this one. So you can also see in this case that the price indeed still went as we wanted it. The first target was hit, the second one was hit at the same time. So we have a support. There is a break below. This one hit the first target. The first target was here. Here it was hit. And then the second one was also hit. So this is a good one. If you draw your lines, hit this, attaching this, like joining this joint with the other one, this is not a good one. And this is another one which is good, but let's see if it qualifies as a better one. So So this was a breakout, but for some reasons I think the price actually touched that level. It nearly almost touched it, I think so. So if you took a sell based on this, and you could have actually held on to it up to the first target before the price eventually went the other way. This is not a good one. Yes, this is a good one because you can see that after the first touch, the second one, the price remained above before eventually it broke below. So in this case also, if you took a sell, you actually had price go up to that level. That's a good one. The other example is this one. So this is a good one because we had a support here. We had a support, the price went up before it broke below it, then it continued downwards and then touched this level, the first one. So we are having this. We had a support, there is a break below, the price continued, so we had a resistance here. So you can either pick this resistance as stop loss, or you can pick this as the stop loss, but your first take profit should be in somewhere here, and that should be your almost guaranteed take profit that you do expect that the price will indeed go up to it. Let's see the other one, the other example. We have that. So this one here, this was a sell, but for the first time you can see that the price after the breakout, it failed to go down as we wanted it. So in that case, that's just a wrong case. It does not mean that the strategy is bad, but when that happens, don't give up. Just keep looking for more shapes like that, more trend lines like that, so that you can pick sell positions, expecting that after the break below this trend line, we have to get the first low and also get the next low. We have another example here. So you have like a low, higher low, there is a break before the price eventually went downwards. So in this case here, whatever we're seeing now is that the price is very, very bearish. If when this happens and you've taken the profits here, you can still wait and you can still hold on to that position at least up to the second one, depending on how quickly the first target is reached. But the guaranteed one is the first one, and it's not one standard amount. It varies with how the breakout happens, when the breakout happens, and with what intensity the breakout happened. So I think let's say another example we have here. So this is a support. We had a support. When that's broken, the price actually went down at least up to that point. So this is the first target, and this is the next target. So we had that after the breakout, the first one and the second one. Then we also have this. This is a good one. So here, this was the first target after the break below this trend line. The price went down just some few pips, not very good, but some few pips up to that level. And then when it broke below it, it did not continue down up to the next level. And this another. So we had a support, so we have this and we have this. So after the breakout, you can see that the price actually went down and ended up hitting this our first target before eventually it went down slightly and then it came back up. So the first target was almost the most guaranteed one, that the price will indeed attempt to hit it. If you trade like that, you'll get like 90 correct trades before eventually you meet a losing one. Now there's another case where the highs could be getting lower. That is, you have highs getting lower, then suddenly the price breaks above the trend line which is joining those two highs, something like this. So we have this high, both highs are getting lower. Then at this instance, the price broke above it. So this is the correct timing for a buy. Your first target is this, almost nearly guaranteed. Then the next target is that one. So after this breakout, just take a very good lot size. Ensure your stop loss is somewhere here. The first one is here. The second one, this one. Have your stop loss below the low of this candle. The other one. So there's also a case where you can buy, but the price does not go there, like here. We have a high getting lower. Then there's a break. You take a buy. Some reasons the price just go back slightly without hitting, before hitting your level, then it goes further down. This was a loss. This here was a loss. We have here a resistance. We have a resistance. The price got here. Instead of continuing upwards, it just went down and eventually hit the stop loss. So this is a bad case. So those are some of the few cases that may not be beneficial, but they're still good. We had a buy here which went correctly. This did not go correctly, and there is a buy here which I'm sure went correctly. So here this did not go correctly, because if you took the buy after this breakout, which happened somewhere here, you could have had your stop loss here below the low of this candle. You could be expecting that the price may continue up and go up to that level, but instead it goes straight to your stop loss before eventually going up and hitting your take profit. So that is just a bad case. Don't hold on to such. If you enter trades but for some reasons the trade do not go your way, don't lament, don't start blaming yourself why the trade is not going your way, or you now begin to change strategies. No, just keep quiet, hold on. At the correct trade, you'll get the perfect trade for you. So I hope that should be reasonable enough. That should be reasonable enough for anyone. And let's check another example. Here we have this. We have a resistance. We have a resistance. A break above. The price continued up. So this is a very good case. And we also have another case here. So like a case like this, where the price does not, after the breakout, it does not go up as you want it. Instead, it just goes down. This is a sign that if you see like the highs are getting lower, it could be a sign for you that the price is somehow in a downtrend. That is if you're looking at a different strategy. So other than the fact that I'm using this indicator to buy short term or to enter trades precisely, you can as well use it to identify the trends. That is cases where you have these highs getting lower and the lows keep getting even lower, then that's a sign for a downtrend. So you get high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, even lower low, and even more lower low. This is usually a very good downtrend. That is a very good downtrend. So it's a sign that the price is likely continuing in that direction. You're supposed to strictly focus on sell positions, especially if you're looking at other instruments, not other instruments per se. Like as long as you're looking for a trend in a given instrument, then you can use the highs and lows plotted by this indicator to get the trend. Like here, you get a higher high, a lower high, a lower high, So as I was saying, you can as well use this indicator to identify the trends, like higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high. It's always a good sign that we are continuing in that direction. So you're supposed to focus strictly on sell positions. And you can see here, based on the strategy I've mentioned, there are cases where you are seeing buy positions within this downtrend. You may as well avoid those downtrend trades. Avoid buying it. Instead, look for opportunities for sell positions. That's always the safest and the best places to look for a trade. So I believe that should bring us to the end of this webinar. I will meet again next week at the same time. Thank you and see you.